What's up, Internet? Paul Roy here, and I am sitting here with my good friend, Cash Matthews, on the occasion of his second book called Money University. Now, I took the Money University class. This is actually based on a class, right?
We started a class 3 years ago to teach people about the very basic parts of money. It's called Money University, the class. This then would be called Money University, the book.
The book.
Right.
Wonderful. I've read this book, and it has a lot of really good advice, but it's not conventional. So you have a bit of an unconventional take on personal finance. Can you talk about that a little bit?
I do. First, you're not going to solve a problem with the same thinking that brought you the problem.
Mm-hmm.
We feel like there's so many easy things that everybody can do, and good financial strategy is not just for the wealthy, it's for everybody. The book contains items that anybody can do literally from the minute they read the chapter and move forward.
Okay. I recall reading a book about Warren Buffett's investment strategy once, and the book posited that you first had to have about $1 billion in order to do anything in the book.
Right, this starts at about $1.
About $1?
So if anybody can scrape up to buy the book,
Mm-hmm.
then surely they've got enough money to get started and have a really wonderful, dynamic, lifelong financial plan that will work.
Reading this book, it's kind of like a relationship with money as opposed to being steamrolled by money.
Well, things sneak up on you.
Mm-hmm.
Life sneaks up on you. Retirement sneaks up on you. Marriage, emergencies, all kinds of things sneak up on you. And this book really tries to prepare the reader for what is coming.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the most important part. It's been said, if a guy jumped out of a 30-story window, halfway down you could yell out to him and go, "Hey, how's it going?" And halfway down he might say, "So far, so good." But as you know, jumping out of a 30-story building doesn't kill you, it's the landing.
Well, it's that sudden stop.
That sudden stop is there for America and for our population. And all we try to do in this book is make people aware of what's coming
Mm-hmm.
and how to prepare for it.
Okay.
So if I had one thing that I could do for every citizen, every person that I know, everybody I love, it would be to get 75-year-old version of them to talk to 35-year-old version of them. And boy, what a conversation you could have there. That's what this book tries to do. This book is 75-year-old you.
Okay.
Trying to tell you what's coming.
So you've been a financial advisor to people for over 30 years. How have you used these strategies in this book to better their lives?
Well, the strategies in Money University, the book, are really designed to cut through all of your excuses for not taking action. First off, most people will tell you, when I win $1 million, I'll come and see an advisor.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I get rich, I'll come and see the tax guy. What we share inside the book is how to get started, where you are with what you've got. In my career, we've never had an account minimum. We like to work with people of all sizes and all ages and all financial backgrounds. So when I talk to people one-on-one, I like to share, look, you don't have to be wealthy now to get wealthy later. You don't have to be wealthy now to have a good, solid financial life later. You don't have to be wealthy now to get out of debt now. There are just little incremental steps everybody can take to have a better financial life. That's what Money University does.
So this is sort of like a bridge between where you are now and where you want to be in the future.
It's a roadmap, and you wouldn't anymore start on a trip from wherever you live to where you want to go without some type of map.
Mm-hmm.
And so this may be your financial GPS, if you want to look at it that way, but this is literally a roadmap to get from where you are to where you want to be, and it will help you recognize behaviors that you may not realize exist.
Yeah.
Let me give you one great example in the book. In this country, if I told you this story in any other realm, you wouldn't believe it, but in this country, 86% of our population overpay a bill that is not due. And they do it every year
Mm-hmm.
for decades, and we wonder where all the money goes. And that bill is your income tax bill. Last year in North America, 86% of the tax-paying families overpaid their taxes around $3,000 a year.
Wow.
It's called a tax refund. And our country glorifies it. You see it in the advertisement.
Mm-hmm.
Get your billions back. We get you the biggest refund. No,
Right.
we get you the biggest refund. And I look at those, and I wonder why that passes as good advice.
Yeah.
The better advice would be pay what you owe and no more.
Mm-hmm.
Yet 86% of the population overpays their taxes, $3,000 a year, and they wonder where all the money went. Well, here's where it went. You lent it to the government. They don't do anything positive with it.
They're prohibited to by law.
Right. They don't do anything positive with it.
Mm-hmm.
But you could.
Right.
What could the average family do with an extra $3,000 through the course of a year?
Mm-hmm. I mean, today is Black Friday.
Today is Black Friday.
Biggest shopping day, and people
biggest shopping day of the year. Visa is going crazy. Today's the day to. A lot of people will go do something that they regret come April.
Right.
90 days, same as cash.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you don't have the cash today, you surely may not have it in 90 days either. So we just fall for these ploys to get us into debt, to get us into somebody else's financial system.
Okay. And this book helps us to transcend that.
At a minimum, this book will help you take the first step towards a better financial life.
Yeah.
This book may not solve all of your problems. You're going to have to do that. But if you are going to solve those problems, Paul, you need an instruction book. And this is the book to at least get you started.
Yeah. I recall that when I first started on my own financial adventures, I bought a book, and it was 10 years before I actually did anything that was in the book. I knew what to do, but for 10 years I didn't do it. And after reading this book, you really address that heavily. And you address the fact that it doesn't matter where you are, you just have to get started with little things, because little habits create larger habits, which create enormous change.
One habit that anybody could do, literally starting today, any family, any individual, is save your change. Save the change in your car, in your pocket.
Yeah,
and
just rattles around.
It just rattles around, and then eventually we go to the car wash with it. I would challenge everybody, just save your change the rest of your life, put it in a good spot, and calculate it, measure it. It's something everybody can do. You don't have to have a broker or a big account. You can just save your change.
Yeah.
And we did a study through our office, and the average family runs through $400 a year worth of change. So if you'd like to have a $400 change in your life, just save your change. And there are great places a person could go put it. That's not this conversation, but the point is we could all do that.
Yeah.
Everybody watching this video or reading this book could start today and save your change. You want to make a change? Save your change. It's one of the best things that you could do. And later on in life, the compound impact of saving $400 a year, $500 a year,
right,
will catch up to you in a positive way.
Okay.
So it's one of the things in the book.
Yeah, and that makes your 75-year-old you not have to have as painful a conversation with a 35-year-old.
75-year-old you will want you to save your change. For sure.
Wonderful. So you're having a book signing, correct? On
Yes.
December 8th. Can you tell us about that?
We're very excited. The first book I wrote was a book for our industry. This is the first book really available to the public. And therefore, my first time, Paul, to do a book signing, and I'm very nervous about it. So our book signing will be on December 8th at our National Education Headquarters in Austin, Texas, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. We're going to do a book signing. We're going to have festivities. We're going to have cake and popcorn and all sorts of great stuff. And the book is going to be offered at half off, and hopefully I'll be able to sign all the books that we sell that day. We're very excited to have people out and to get started on the right path. December 8th, for many people, will be a line in the sand for them. I think a lot of great can happen from it. I think people will make a decision today, tomorrow, when they read this book, that will positively affect their children's children.
Yeah.
I believe that with everything in me.
And that's why you write books instead of playing golf.
That's why I'm writing books instead of playing golf. Maybe one day I'll get back out to the golf course, and I think before I do, I'll probably go read a book on golf.
Makes sense. Thank you so much, Cash, for spending some time with me, for talking about your book. This is something that America needs, and I am just so excited. It isn't often that I get excited about a financial book. I have read hundreds of books with the word millionaire in the title. It's kind of a hobby of mine, and this is truly different. and that's why I wanted to talk to you about it. I'm just really grateful that you gave me the opportunity to talk to you and to just talk about your book signing. December 8th, here in Austin. If you're here, you want to come out here. It is going to be a blast. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Paul.